Are we live? We are live, guys. How are we doing today? Is day number 5 of my live challenge, and today I just want to quickly talk about sales and like mistakes that people do in sales. And there's quite a lot of common mistakes, and I'm always talking through experience. Now, the number one thing where people make mistakes in sales are we've all been guilty of it, but once you know exactly where people make mistakes, it's so much easier to not make these mistakes. Now, the number one thing is we kind of guess what people want. You know, we try and sell to someone before actually understanding what they want. So, for example, I'm not sure if you've been to buy a TV. Okay, so you've gone in to a TV store, and someone's come up to you, and you're looking at you're looking for TVs. They never come up to you and be like, right, you should get this TV because it's the best, it's the biggest. What they do, they say, right, okay, what's your budget? You know, what size TV are you looking? Are you looking for a 3D TV? You know, they're asking you all these questions because they're qualifying you. They're trying to understand where they can help you and where they can make the sale. It's the same with any industry. You never dive straight in and try and guess what they want. So it's all about being curious and asking questions. The more questions you ask, the more you understand what they, not so much what they want, or what they need. I think I got that one right, yeah. So, really try to understand their needs and their wants. So, I just want to give you a small little insight to what I've seen over the last couple of months with dental clinics. So, most of you guys know I'm working with a lot of dental clinics, helping them with marketing and sales strategies. And two of the biggest mistakes that I've seen, but I just want to focus on one first, which is the after sale. So we've managed to get patients through the door, they're sat down with the dentist has found the problems, and then what happens? Because the dentist is in such a rush to get to his next patient, what they do is like, right, okay, so this is the treatment that you need, here's the proposal, go to the receptionist is going to book you another appointment, and then we'll follow up and try and get the payment. But the biggest issue that I'm finding time and time again is that they haven't built up any kind of relationship whatsoever. So if I jump back to the story with buying a TV, imagine you've walked into a shop to buy a TV and you're with your best friend, okay? And you have a salesman there trying to sell you stuff all the time, but you really haven't built up a relationship with him. But at the same time, you're with your best friend. What are you going to do? Are you going to turn around to the salesman and say, oh, do you think I should buy this one? Or are you going to turn around to your best friend who you have a relationship with and actually ask your friend for advice? You're always going to ask your friend for advice. Always. Always. Okay? And it's exactly the same in selling. You need to build up that relationship where they believe in you, they trust you. Whatever you say, they think it's the right decision, okay? So I'm going now back to the dentist. You need to build a relationship with your patients. It's so important. And it's also important as well, not just to build up a relationship, but everyone is in a different stage of buying. Sometimes people can't afford it straight away. Maybe they, so as soon as someone says, oh, yeah, thanks for the proposal, but I can't afford it, thank you very much, I'm gone. We need to kind of understand what they can't afford. Can they not afford it right now? Or maybe they can't afford it because they're not getting paid till next Friday, So because they say, oh, I can't afford it, a lot of the times they're like, oh, it was a bad patient, he's not coming back, I'm not going to get the sale. But you need to change that frame of mind. You need to think, okay, so why can't he pay right now? Let me sit down, let me build up that relationship, let me build that trust, that authority, and figure out what it actually is. Because 8 out of 10 times, it's not because they can't pay right then, it's because they have another bill that they need to pay that day, or maybe they haven't been paid their salary. So let's just break it down. Let's try and identify the reasons why and try and find solutions. So guys, that's it from me. I'm not going to dive too much into this. I just wanted to tell you through experience what I've been seeing quite a lot, and it is a common mistake. So we're going to quickly run through it. It is, number one, it is trying to sell something to someone before actually understanding what they want. That's the most common mistake. Because imagine if you come up to me and you're trying to sell me something, I can turn around and be like, well, that's exactly what I'm not looking for. Like, how are you trying to sell that to me if you don't know what I'm looking for? So find out what they're looking for, okay? Second of all, it's not just about finding out what they're looking for, it's also trying to understand their current situation. So just because they can't afford to buy something now, doesn't mean that they can't afford to buy it in the future. Now, if it's severe and they really need to find the money, you can kind of advise on where they can go get money. Or maybe you can ask a friend to borrow some money, you know, or maybe you can go to the bank and get a loan, or maybe you can do it on your overdraft. Like, a lot of people don't actually know where they can get money from, and they get a bit scared. So that's it from me, guys. Again, I'm on here every single day for 30 days just to get a bit more confident in front of the camera, and sometimes I do waffle on, hence the whole 30-day life challenge. Bit by bit, I'm hoping to get some more confidence, and yeah, see you later and speak to you tomorrow. If you guys are interested in any certain topics, send them over to me. I'd love to talk about anything to do with sales and marketing. And I'm also going to be sharing like personal stories and yeah, just try and connect with you all. Peace out. Have a nice day.